In the last 2 years, I had this group of friends that I used to hang out with. I was too blind to see that I was effectively the punching bag of the entire group. Almost no one in the group respected me. It took me 2 years to realize this. In the past year, I sort of started having the realization, and it was only when I got kicked out of the group that I realized that I was just not respected by the people in it. It's so draining to just be the punching bag all the time. I don't want you to make that mistake. I felt very sad when I got kicked out of the group, but then I realized it was for the better. Finally, I didn't have this weight on my shoulders. I was never going to fit in with these people anyway. I had way bigger ambitions. I wanted to be different. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to be something. I didn't want to be a waste of my potential. If you find yourself in a position similar to this, I'm going to save literal years of your life. You need to leave these groups. I could have saved entire years. I could have developed myself over those years. I could have been out of those negative bubbles that I was in. I don't want you to make that mistake. Years. Full years. One simple choice affected my life for years. Your self-worth is so important, and it's not talked about enough. You don't realize how important it is. Having a powerful self-image is the most important thing you could possibly have. You don't realize how much the little comments and snide remarks get to you. Once you take yourself out of this negative environment and put yourself into almost isolation, if you want, or just put yourself around new people that are more positive, you're going to find that you're happier, and you're going to start feeling that your self-worth is increasing, that you are actually worthy of attention and love. Toxic people are always going to try to bring you down. That's the way of the 95%. They don't want to put the work in, and they don't want to see you succeed. So obviously they're going to try and bring you down to their level, because that is way easier than just doing the work to compete with you themselves. No matter where you go in life, there will always be people trying to bring you down. You have to say no. There is no reason to let these negative people bring you down. These people are only causing you pain and suffering, so you should not even give them the time of day to do so. Don't sacrifice your perception of yourself because you want to feel like you have friends. It is far more important to have a good self-image. If you are alone, so be it. It doesn't matter. As long as your self-image is important, and as long as you make it very valuable to yourself, you will eventually find people that do care about you and do actually respect you and want to push you up rather than bring you down. It is not possible to progress with these toxic people, so you need to get rid of them. It's as simple as that. No matter how much shit you get from these people, it is infinitely better to be alone and to have a strong self-image than to be in a group of people and feel like you sort of have people to talk to that don't actually care about you. You will eventually find people that do care about you and do respect you. And if you have a strong self-image and a strong backbone, then you're not going to let people breach your boundaries. When you put up these boundaries, you're going to find people that actually respect them rather than people that want to bring you down to their level and make you a worse person. Deep down, you know this is the best option for you. You know that you need to get rid of these people, but it just feels like that you don't want to be alone. But I'm telling you, like, it is much better to be alone. It'll feel like it's not, but eventually you will see the payoff. Take yourself out of these situations and focus on making yourself into someone you're proud of. Someone who you'd almost want to be friends with. Do not waste away your potential by surrounding yourself with people that will constantly drag you down and make you worse. I know that you're better than that. And I think you know that too. So make the change. Leave these people, get them out of your life. The ultimate way of rejecting these people, leave them, be by yourself, and use the anger that you have against them as fuel. Let it fuel your creative ambitions. Let it fuel your progress in the gym. Let it fuel every aspect of your life. Let it be the fuel that makes you improve yourself. A lot of people will say that this is not something you should do because it's just not the greatest idea, but it's not bad. People say it's negative and you shouldn't do it because it's like not nice, but it is a good way to motivate yourself to begin with. Once you get that motivation and you start making progress down the line, you're probably going to find other motivations that aren't as negative in connotation. You're using an inherently negative thing, your anger and your resentment, to make positive changes in your life. What can be the downside to that? Like I said, after a while, you forget why you're even angry at these people, and you'll start to find the other reasons why you're motivated to do these things. You'll look at yourself in the mirror and you'll see how much a small little thing of anger has made such a big difference in your life. So much can come from the simple desire to prove others wrong. No matter what you do in life, there will always be people that are preying on your downfall and want you to fail. That's the way of the 95%. It's only a natural feeling to have jealousy. The 95% don't want you to succeed because it makes them feel bad about themselves. What do you care about them? You're going to go work and you're going to prove them wrong. Why would you care about what someone thinks of you if they haven't even accomplished what you want to achieve? It's such a simple thing, but a lot of people don't realize it. They listen to people that haven't achieved the goal that they want to achieve. It's such a stupid way of thinking. How can you expect to get results if you're listening to people that don't even want the results or have the results that you want to achieve? Nothing hurts you more as a man than putting your purpose aside and settling for mediocrity to become part of the 95%. That is the way of the 95%. And you don't want to be like them. And I know you don't. Tolerate these people. Tolerate the 95%. But don't ever let them decide or make decisions for you. I know you want something special from your life. You want a deeper purpose, deeper meaning in your life, because you wouldn't have watched this far into the video if you didn't. Cut out the shitty friends now. There's no reason to keep them around. Once you got rid of them and you start improving yourself, you'll look in the mirror and see these improvements, and you'll wonder why you ever were in that situation to begin with. You'll feel grateful that you finally left these friends away, these shitty little friends, and you'll finally see that you have started to improve your life and use that negative fuel for the better. It's a slow process, but it will only work if you take action. Now go create.